Good day, friends. I hope you can hear background a beautiful choir. Many different species of birds are just based on Denise's generosity and kindness. They're all coming around and singing, and of course eating, expecting every morning to be fed. So thank you for this. It's a nice experience waking up every morning with a beautiful singing of these birds. Yeah, they feel like a family, kind of a family, but they are much more free than we are. Humans, I mean. So did you consider listening Donald Trump? How many times he can lie to you? It's not a question for him, he can lie to you forever, but it's a question to you. How many times you can hear a lie and you not call him upon this lie? How many times you can hear somebody in your family saying the same old story, getting aggravated from some issues from the past, and you don't question, and you don't actually tell them, please, that's enough. I don't want to hear some past lie that even the person who's telling it doesn't know that it's really a truth. Did you ever consider why people lie to each other? Why politicians lie to the people? Why government lies to their officials who are working in the government? Why military officials are lying to their soldiers? Why children are lying to their parents? Why teachers are lying to the students? Yeah, this world is built upon the lie. But it doesn't matter, is this lie something that it was forced upon you? It's more about you and what are you going to do with this particular lie. Lie is not a lie until it's bought. Okay, can I repeat again? Lie is nothing else but an information until it's bought by you, by the listener, by the observer of the situation, by the comprehender of what is coming into your field. So you can watch a horror movie and laugh until you pee your pants. Or you can be absolutely freaked out by informations that are coming there, by the scary scenes, by the reptiles, serpents, demons, and so on, producing enormous amounts of low frequency fear, and by this invoking even more serpents and demons and snakes under your bed and inside your spine and inside your mind. So, question for today: when did you buy your last lie? Denise?
Thank you, Petra. Yeah, we can say, when did you buy your last lie? When were you sold your last lie? Because it goes much deeper than just on a personal level. It goes out for the rest of the population as well. Because we are so swamped with advertising campaigns for, I'm just going to use an example. Okay. For instance, brand name, clothing. You can either see it in a beautiful magazine, glossy magazine with stunning models modeling a specific brand name, or even in a fashion boutique, you'll see this label being branded on the model, or on a billboard, or even the people walking past you in a shopping center or wherever on the street. And you'll see that they've got a specific liking to a specific brand name. I'm I'm not even going to promote a brand name now because I'm not here to promote these corporations.
But when you brand name,
brand name, yeah. So when you buy a specific top or pants or whatever item for that specific brand name, you were sold a lie. Because you've got to look much deeper at how this item was produced, where it was produced, which country, whether there's actually slave labor, because I mean slave labor to me is when you're being paid peanuts. So most of these items are produced in countries outside of the countries that actually run the corporations from, okay, under license. These things are produced under license. So the first thing is that you've got to look at the line of where it originated from, okay, and how it was sold to the country by avoiding taxes, using the labor from a source outside. So they bought into this corporation's sort of funding, using the labor from another country, being exploited and paying absolutely the minimum pittance to produce this item and then export it to European or the West. For instance, I'm just going to use the West because they're so gullible, they buy all these brand names.
So what you're saying,
something
cost very little, let's say 50 cents in production cost, with a lot of blood and the sweat of people from like let's call it third countries, third world countries.
Yeah.
And when it's sold into the West, cost $5,000. So
for instance,
like 1,000 times more or 10,000 times more. What does it mean? Like
what does it mean? Because
who's the worst of the worst there?
The offenders are the ones that buy that lie, that buy the item, because they're supporting this corporation that have exploited other people. So even the countries, exploited that, because why do they not produce those items in their own country? Because the labor is too high, or maybe the raw material is too high, and it's not for them worthwhile to produce it. But by supporting the system and also a corporation or buying into a specific brand name, you are now feeding this evil, and you've been sold a lie because you don't really know the line of production and how things had fallen into place. So by buying a specific brand name, you in actual fact bought a lie. So that is one aspect of it. So yes, where you perhaps sold a life insurance policy, by a salesman and, coming around and selling you fear in future for a future payout. He's selling you fear because now you need to protect yourself. So you're projecting everything in the future, which should not be the case in any case. Yeah. So because
when we're projecting into the future, what's happening?
You're taking yourself out of the moment, and you're actually again being controlled by your mind, invoking that emotion within you, that again feeding, I call it a demon or entity, which should not be the case. So you've been sold fear when you buy a life insurance policy.
So what's happening with the houses in Canada? They just burned, like Old City burned. Are they going to be insured?
Well, I'm not so
are they
sure.
going to be paid to the actual tenants of the housing?
I doubt it very much. That's why they're going to call upon the taxpayers. Again, you sold a lie there, because the insurance companies had used that funding for something totally different, most probably acquiring a lot more buildings in other countries, marketing campaigns and that. So I doubt it whether they're all going to be paid out that value, because they would be bankrupt.
Is there anything in this society that is not based on the lie?
Wow.
What, like military?
Well, military, again, we don't really ever get a straight answer. I'm just going to use NASA for that, the space program, because if you really analyze the word, it is NASA stands for never a straight answer. So I take it that's linked to the military side of it as well as the space program. So you never get a straight answer. So I don't think that there's anything straight, and that's not based on a lie in governments with funding being misappropriated. Yes.
So when they say we landed on the moon.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say there is an advertisement. We say landing on the moon, and then 2 weeks later, conspiracy theory comes in. Oh, this is a conspiracy theory. We did never landing on the moon. What's your feeling about the moon? Is anybody living there, or?
My gut feels most definitely somebody living there. Have you people noticed that when you look at the moon, that it's always the same image in the sky? Have you ever seen it change? Never. I've never seen the moon change. It is very strange. So
Another
question more.
Yeah.
You need to question more.
Why moon doesn't rotate if it is a planetary body, let's say, as Earth, because Earth rotates, we assume, because we kind of seeing every time a different, through the day, we're seeing every time a different planetary system. Why moon always stuck? It's almost like a little yellow sticker glued onto...
Static, yeah.
Yeah, onto our, whatever, Earth...
Skyline.
I don't want to call it, but, matrix formation. Can you consider this as one of the lies too? Like it's every day there, and we every day feeding it. There are people doing mantras on the moon, or for the moon. They're saying, okay, it's a full moon, we have to kill somebody today, so we'll be like kind of justifying that this is a blood moon, a blue moon, a green moon, or whatever, a pink moon.
Before being sold lies.
It's absolute nonsense. Moon as such does not exist. Okay, oh sure, I erase this, okay, because I should tell you this on the end. So, what about buying the medical products? What they are actually selling you there?
Death and fear.
Really?
Yes, because first of all, by having prescription drugs, you're also an addict. So, you're feeding again another evil. And in most of those cases, you are being implanted with a specific sickness, when you use a specific drug.
So they're actually prescribing you the illnesses they are actually
listing
in the little, like a tiny little leaflet inside the
that's
box.
a perfect way of describing it.
Yeah.
They prescribe you with that specific condition or sickness.
And you'll definitely die, but with the pills even more. Let's say even faster. So how we can eradicate all these lies?
By not supporting that, by digging deep, question more, find out for yourself.
Yeah, how they can know, how the people would know they're really feeding the lie.
Well, most people don't. By telling the truth, to have integrity, honest people in businesses, they need to come forth, and the way we do it is by sharing this wisdom with you, that we can invoke those people and create a little bit of awakening process for them to come forth and to actually exploit all these and tell these lies to people, that there's some truth, to go around for people to base their own future outcomes on that. They can discern and then discover what is really the truth, what will be resonating in their heart, and to find that truth. But people are lazy, and they do not want to research and do not want to question more and ask the right questions, because they're scared of the answers. They might not like the answers. So that's in short.
Thank you. Consider this. If you think that you're not lazy, consider what you're doing for anybody else to discover about themselves, discover about the social system, political system, economical system, how these systems are actually totally illusionary, totally lied. You think what you've done to discover for somebody else what you already know. Your action matters, not your empty words.